So at the end of Multiverse of Madness, we obviously saw Wanda destroy the castle, obviously after what she did of trying to get her kids in a different universe. And obviously when she destroyed the castle, it obviously tumbled on top of her, and it made us fans wonder, did she die or is she still alive? And I think she's still alive, and in this video I'll be going over where I think we'll see her next and what project I think we're going to see her next appear in. So I just finished watching Multiverse of Madness again for the third or fourth time. Obviously now it's out on Disney Plus, so I can watch whenever I want. And obviously, yeah, it's an amazing movie, incredible movie. I love it. I love Multiverse of Madness, and I think it's amazing. You know, Wanda as the villain throughout it's very cool. Obviously, the whole concept. You know, there's infinite possibilities now in the multiverse. Now there's a whole straight through it, and we could unexpected things are gonna happen. You know, Secret Wars will happen very soon, and yeah, you know, every crazy thing in the MCU will now happen, and the stuff that unexpected stuff is obviously going to happen. And obviously, like I said in the intro, at the end, Wanda obviously sacrificed herself, or what we were made to believe, I guess, in the movie, were made to believe that she sacrificed herself and obviously died when destroying the castle, or like, you know, the Darkhold. And obviously she destroyed a Darkhold in every reality and universe. And you know, we were made to believe and see that to make us think that Wanda is dead. And to us, I don't think she is. Obviously, I think the big reason is because at the end, you know, when the castle tumbles down, right at the end, you see like a bit of chaos magic explode from the bottom. Now, this could be because obviously the castle is literally chaos magic. You know, it's a castle for the Scarlet Witch. It's a castle it's basically the Darkhold as a castle. You know, that's literally what they said. Wong said that's why Wanda went there, so then she could. Because obviously the Darkhold got destroyed in their universe at the start by Sarah, or well, quite halfway through. And I think obviously maybe that when it fell, that could have been because of the chaos magic from the castle, and because it was the Darkhold being destroyed and obviously the castle tumbling down. But obviously I think that there's a lot more to it. I don't think they would have done it like that. I think they've put that in there purposely to make us believe that Wanda is still alive, and I do 100% believe that Wanda will return in the MCU. I have no doubts about it. I really do think it'll be a waste of a character, and especially after what Elizabeth Olsen has said about, you know, the rumours going around that she signed a new contract, and the heavy rumours going around that she is going to be getting her own solo film, Scarlet Witch. You know, that's been going around for a while now, ever since the movie came out, and even before the movie came out, there was rumours going around that she would get it, and she signed a big contract deal apparently with Marvel. Don't know how true that is. I wouldn't believe it, obviously, because it hasn't been confirmed. But after everything Elizabeth Olsen has said in interviews, it does sound like she will be returning to the MCU, and you know, her story definitely isn't finished. And you know, Elizabeth Olsen wants to continue the story of Wanda, and she's continuously wanting more and to find out where her character will appear next. And especially with the X-Men coming to the MCU soon, I think it would make sense. And I'm going to go over a few projects. I think 3 projects would make sense, and X-Men is one of them. I'll talk about that in a minute. But there are 2 other projects that I do think that it would make sense for her to return in. So if you do enjoy this video today, please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So I think the project that would make the most sense for her to come back in is Agatha House of Harkness. Now obviously Agatha was the main villain of WandaVision, and you know, that's when she really became the Scarlet Witch. You know, Wanda took the powers of Agatha. You know, she didn't need her help. Obviously, like she said, she didn't want Agatha's help, but she trapped her in Westview, which is probably what the show's going to be about. Obviously, Agatha in Westview, or might be her backstory. But like I said in yesterday's video, there are rumours going around that Wiccan will be, like I said, Wiccan in the Young Avengers. There are rumours going around that he will return in that film, and grown up obviously, so that could be a sign to him joining the Young Avengers. And I think that is, if he does appear in the show, I think it would be perfect for Wanda I think it would be perfect return for Wanda, because you know, that show's not going to be out for maybe another year or 2, because they haven't even started filming it yet, so maybe next year it comes out. So I think that is a show that probably makes the most sense for her to return in. I think it does make a lot of sense for Wanda to come back in House of Harkness. You know, that's, you know, the villain of WandaVision, and Agatha was trapped in Westview by Wanda at the end of WandaVision. So, you know, I think that would make sense for Wanda to return in that. Obviously, seeing Wiccan grown up in the MCU universe. Obviously, there is another project which would come out the other next project that I think she could come back in, obviously could make sense, but I think this one makes the most sense. Obviously, seeing her kids again, obviously Wiccan, and obviously the villain of WandaVision coming back, obviously with Agatha Harkness. I think it does make a lot of sense for Wanda to come back in that. Maybe even if it's just a post-credit scene to maybe tease the Scarlet Witch solo film or whatever her return may be. So the next project I think that she could return in is the recently confirmed or rumoured, whatever. I think it was recently confirmed, like I said in the other video, which is Wanda Man. Now, Wanda Man is a show that is circling around recently about a confirmation of the show actually happening. And in the comics, Wanda Man is a very heavy love interest of Wanda. Now, they are together for a very long time in the comics. Now, I wouldn't get your hopes up, because Wanda has literally been with every single character there is to know in the Marvel comics. So I wouldn't get your hopes up, but I think it would make a lot of sense for her to return in a Wanda Man show, obviously, even if they're not going to have a love towards each other. Obviously, if White Vision and Wanda meet again, hopefully they'll spark that up again, and maybe we can see the continuation of that, because White Vision has the memories of obviously Vision now. And yeah, I think it does make sense for her to come back in Wonder Man. Like I said, with Agatha, I think it would make sense if it was a post-credit scene for Wonder Man as well, and then teasing the future of her, whatever it may be after that. But Wonder Man is obviously going to happen after Agatha House of Harkness, most likely, because it's not even in development yet, it's only just been confirmed. So I think that the Agatha show would make more sense if that came out first, because we could see Wanda meeting her kids before that, and then obviously, or seeing her kids again in the universe, and obviously Agatha being the villain in WandaVision. I think it makes more sense. But obviously, if she was in Wonder Man, I still think that would be pretty cool to see, and I think it would be very cool to see the hint of her future again, because we're very uncertain, it's very clouded, her future at the moment in the MCU. We don't know where she's going to be next, and she could literally appear anywhere. And so the last project I think could happen, and I think she definitely will be in this film or whatever it may be, is X-Men. Now, the X-Men, it's inevitable it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. I think they're going to get some stuff out of the way, and then they're going to go on to the X-Men. And I think, Wanda in the comics has a very big storyline with the X-Men, No More Mutants, House of M, stuff like that. She has a very, very big storyline with the X-Men in the Marvel comics, and I think if Marvel Studios don't touch on that and go over that in the MCU, I think it would be a massive waste of potential, because that could be a massive storyline to show in the X-Men movies. And like I said earlier, with Elizabeth Olsen saying in interviews, she said that she would love to be in an X-Men movie. She said that she wants to be in an X-Men project, and she wants to say No More Mutants. She said that in an interview, and she said that her next story wants to be a part of the X-Men. So I think that would be very cool to see. I think I think Kevin Feige would definitely do it. Kevin Feige has a big connection with the comics. He wants to. Obviously, they're not going to do every single thing that's in the comics, and because that would be boring, and you're going to expect whatever comes from the comics in the MCU. But I think he should definitely carry that over. I think he definitely will, and I think they're going to really do this opportunity, because that's going to be a big opportunity to get fans, to obviously bring back Wanda again, and I think it'll be very cool to see. So yeah, this was a video about where I think Wanda will return after Multiverse of Madness, because it's very clouded at the moment, and I think those are the three main projects that she could come back in. Obviously, she could literally return in anything. We could literally get a confirmation of a Scarlet Witch solo movie any day now, because the rumours are heavy about that, but I'm not saying that will happen, but it does seem like it definitely could happen, and it might happen. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video today, please like and subscribe. Tell me where you think she'll return next. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.